What? No, I'm about to go live. I got like 3 minutes. I'm just finishing up this Bieber quiz. He's from Canada. Ice hockey. Come on. Yes, 10 out of 10. What? I'm live right now? Oh, shoot. April Fools, guys. Just messing with you guys. All right. Little April Fool's joke. Let's get into the real content now. What is up, fellow dropshippers? Welcome back to the channel. A special social distancing edition of the live stream. Trying to do these pretty much every day for you guys to keep you updated because things are changing fast. Lots of things are happening. So I want to keep you guys updated as things change on eBay and Amazon and with dropshipping in real time. So today we're going to be talking about managed payments. This is something that eBay has been trying to roll out for a while and been really pushing it. And we've just got some updates from them as well about that. So if you are here live, send me a message in the live chat. Let me know where in the world you are coming in from. And if you have any questions for me, and if you're watching this on a replay, ask your question in the comment section of any of my videos. Let's get into the main topic right now. Main topic is this one. I received this email from eBay this morning. So check your email. You might have received this. From what I hear, not everyone received it. I'm not sure why that is. So a little bit of a backstory about this. As of right now, which is April 1st, 2020, which is April Fool's Day, we have seen eBay. The way it works is currently someone comes onto eBay and they buy something from you. They click on your listing and they buy it from you. Immediately, they are taking over to PayPal to actually complete the purchase. And then they're sent back over to eBay where everything's kind of finalized. You get the order confirmation. But the payment is actually done on PayPal itself. So it's a two website system, eBay and PayPal. Well, eBay is moving away from using PayPal. They want to use their own managed payment system. So similar to the way that Amazon does it, where you go into Amazon, you purchase something, and you make the payment directly there on Amazon, everything in one place. Obviously, this is a big transition. eBay has promised us that it's going to be better for us sellers because it's going to be lower fees for us. It's going to be more organized for us, and just like everything like that, just to make it a lot easier for us, they've said, and cheaper. But we've been hesitant about it. Any change on eBay, always we approach it with some trepidation as sellers because we know that things don't always roll out smoothly. There could be some problems with it. So sellers are currently using the managed payment. So it's kind of like beta users right now, which is great because they're kind of working out all the kinks for us so that when we all come on board, it will be a more seamless process. Now, eBay sent out this email this morning to say that, yes, they are still going forward with this. Even everything that's happening in the world right now, they are still moving forward with this. And one thing they said is that starting in late July, no, actually right now, sorry, we can sign up to be admitted into the managed payment system sooner. So we don't have to wait as long. And it will be as early as late July when our account will be activated for managed payments. And the way they're kind of framing this is, and trying to convince us to do this, is they're saying if we sign up for it now and we get early access to it, then that gives us additional time to adapt to it before everyone else is able to do it. So check your email inbox to see if you see that email. The question is, do we want to do this, or do we want to wait until kind of the last minute to sign up for managed payments? And honestly, I've thought a lot about this today. I've thought a lot about this in the past, and I'm still of the mind that I'm going to wait as long as I can before moving my accounts over to managed payments. I do actively follow the seller forums on eBay. I hear what other sellers are doing. I'm in touch with people who use managed payments, and they say everything, all the kinks aren't quite worked out yet. In addition to that, the biggest problem I see with managed payments is that buyers don't have the they're not familiar with it yet either. So there's some education that has to go on for buyers as well that I don't really see happening. So I want as many other people to get on board with it before we get on board with it ourselves. In an ideal world, that's what I would do. With that said, I might make one of my accounts manage payments. I don't know if that's an option. I started to look into it. I'm like, I don't want to sign up one account for managed payments in case it signs up all of them. So I stopped the sign up process, and I can't call eBay right now because they're closed. So I'm just kind of waiting. I'm going to try to touch base with eBay about this soon, as soon as I can get in touch with them. I want one of my smallest accounts to be connected to manage payments so that I can kind of understand how it works, make videos about it, teach you and especially my students in my course about it as well, so that when it is ready for all of us, everyone will be able to just understand how it works. At least my students will. So that's kind of my plan right now. But overall, I am still hesitant. I still kind of wait for them to work out all the kinks before I kind of jump all into it myself. I'm definitely not going to sign up for early access unless I'm able to do it for one account. Some other news, or not really news, some great news or accomplishments I want to throw out rather. This is my buddy Lior, who owns the software AutoDS, which we use for our dropshipping business. He posted this showing how well all the subscribers to AutoDS are doing right now because online sales are just booming. So you can see this high number. It probably doesn't mean a ton to you besides the fact that you just see it spike up. But his message more than anything is what's awesome. It says, it's the month with the highest amount of sales for AutoDS users. More than Christmas, more than Black Friday, more than Cyber Monday, more than everything. So pretty incredible to see that. I also want to show this screenshot from one of my students who just crossed the $100,000 mark with his store. So big shout out and congratulations to him. I know he's hustling really hard right now. So congratulations to him. All right, let's see who's here in the chat. Let me guys know if any of you are on eBay's managed payment system yet and what you think of it. I'm trying to get as much feedback from other sellers before I go in with it myself or before they make us do it. Okay, so what do you call a cat copying off of another cat? A cheetah. I like that. Oh, whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible. I sued a guy for copying my idea for a water bottle briefcase. Unfortunately, my case didn't hold water. It's terrible. Rich C says, hey, y'all. Too funny. Okay, so those of you who are watching on the replay, I edited out the beginning, which shows that the April Fool's joke that I played on everyone. So if you guys, I always do some fun stuff in the beginning, and I edit it out for the replay. So if you guys don't want to miss out on the fun stuff, make sure to subscribe to the channel and actually hit the notification button so that when I go live, you can get in the live stream right away and kind of have fun with us before we actually start the content. You're live already. I pretended I wasn't live. I think I'm in the wrong live stream. That's so funny. It seems like you guys enjoyed it. Are we able to dropship Justin Bieber now? April Fools, yeah. I think I got some of you guys. Yep, had you going for a second. So I had to go take that quiz, that Justin Bieber quiz first, so I knew all the right answers, so that when I took it for the live stream, you guys it would make it look like I knew them all. Yeah, this website bookmarked and all the answers written down in Notepad. Okay. The key, says Tommy D. Hi from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I wasn't that far from there a few months ago. Howdy from Texas. I was in Texas last month. The Keys are now the biggest gated community in Florida. I feel ya. Aloha from London. Okay. Okay. Steven says, pretty lame that eBay reps can't work calls from home. My job works calls from home and I've been making calls. Yeah, I don't know. I watched a interview with one of the like higher ups at eBay yesterday, and he said logistically it's very, very difficult. I don't pretend to know. That's what he said. So their call center is in Salt Lake City, Utah, and they also had an earthquake, which complicated things as well. But that's what they're saying. Will eBay take a cut from sales tax with a new managed payment system? I don't know. It's a good question. That's an excellent question. From Tucson, Arizona. I was there recently too. Beautiful place. They just stopped holding my money. Yeah, so PayPal, when you first start selling, they do hold your money. But after a little while, they stop doing that. It's just really a precaution when you are a new seller on their platform. I did want to pull something else up about managed payments. That hold is actually put in place because eBay requests it of PayPal. So my guess is that even under managed payments, that's still going to happen. We're still going to be in PayPal jail, even though we won't be using PayPal. It'll be like eBay jail. So the way it works right now, for those of you who don't know, for the first like 3 months, anytime you make a sale, PayPal holds that money until you actually upload a tracking number that shows that the item was delivered. Then PayPal releases that money to you. So my guess is that eBay is going to do the same thing once we move on to the managed payment system. Oh, Steven works for Amazon. So he's saying they always find a way to make things work. Cool. So I wanted to pull up, I don't know if I could find it. Because eBay had a whole page about their managed payment. And unfortunately, I know where to get it. I really compared their current model against the new one. I'm not gonna be able to find it right now because I have to log into my eBay account, and yeah, I'm not gonna do it. How much less are eBay fees supposed to be? So they said it will be less. Let me try to find it. Hold on. eBay managed payments. All right, let's see if this page will give us all the info that we are looking for. So the benefits they touted are that we'll sell and get paid in the same place, eBay, streamlined operations, payouts consistently every 2 business days, regardless of how buyers paid. All right, not really a huge benefit to me, in my opinion, I should say. Convenience, streamlined, expanded reach. Okay, so they give this little like calculator, fee comparison calculator. Unfortunately, it's not like the greatest. When are you supposed to plug in here? I don't know. So this says new payment processing fee. Well, that's confusing because no, it's terrible at describing what it is. They just did say it's going to be lower. I did see it on one of the pages. I just can't find it right now. Will the global shipping program be supported? Yes, you will be able to easily ship internationally with our global shipping program. So that should be supported for all sellers by spring 2020. So that's a question a lot of people have. Will I have seller protection? Yes. How will refunds work? You'll get seller initiated refunds or full or partial amounts on eBay's platform. So they're really just kind of making this an all-in-one system. I've made a lot of videos about this, a couple of videos about this before. So it isn't really new, but just the fact that they are pushing it out and they're going to still continue to do that is really the update. The biggest problem though with this is that, so one of the biggest changes is that when you sell something on PayPal or sell something on eBay right now, um, PayPal charges you 2.9% plus 30 cents. So let's say like a person in New York orders 5 items from you. Let's say they order a bed frame, let's say a mattress, a bed frame, a pillow, blankets, and sheets. 5 different things. Those are all one order. So PayPal will charge you whatever the total amount of that is, 2.9% of that plus 30 cents. That's it. They're not going to charge you 30 cents, 30 cents, 30 cents, 30 cents, 30 cents. It's just 30 cents for the whole order because you only have one payment coming from that buyer. eBay, though, is doing something different. They are charging only 25 cents, but it's per listing. So that's 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents for the order. So in that regard, it will be higher, but overall, most buyers aren't ordering multiple items from you like that. It definitely happens. Absolutely, it happens. But most of the time, people are ordering just one item from you, or they're ordering multiple of the same item from you. So it's not really a huge issue. I mean, we're as sellers kind of annoyed by it. We're kind of like, why are you doing it this way? It doesn't make any sense because it doesn't. But that's the way eBay has chosen to do it. And it doesn't really seem to matter all that much when you consider the fact that most people are only going to buy one item from you. Loving the course, by the way, glad to be part of the family. I don't know what this means. I've been selling for over 10 months and PayPal started holding my money again. So Dream, that's fairly normal. What usually happens is that, again, PayPal jail is when you first start selling. But what can happen down the line is that if your sales start to really take off, that's when they will say, whoa, we're seeing an increase in sales. We're going to hold some of your money during this time period. That happened to me my first year twice, I believe. It definitely happened at least once. I think it happened twice. But if you keep selling and keep moving your product and uploading tracking numbers, PayPal releases that money to you and stops holding your money, which is exactly what happened to me. Okay. Dustin, a great comment. So thank you, Dustin. Dustin says, I have had managed payment in one of my stores and PayPal in the other. Yes, you can have both. Awesome. Good to know. I prefer PayPal. The money is instant and refunds are simple. With managed payment, everything seems to be on a 3-day delay. Youch. That's what I was afraid of, man. That's not cool at all. That eBay is forcing this out on us when they haven't even worked out the kinks really. Yeah, people complain about PayPal. I've always really liked them. I like them a little bit more than eBay, in fact, in terms of customer service. I've just found that they work really well and they have really great seller protection. I think overall, I know people complain about them, but I think overall eBay has good, really good seller protection. I think PayPal's is even better. So I was always happy with PayPal. The fact they were moving away from them, it's just the nature of the way it is, right? But it's just frustrating that eBay hasn't really worked out all these kinks. But they have time. I'm confident that at some point they're going to work it all out and it will start working. But yeah, I guess I'm going to move one of my stores over to managed payments, just to kind of test it out for myself. And that won't be until the end of July, though. Nick Gormat says, hey, Paul, I was so happy when you moved to Florida from New York like we did in 1986, even though we never met you. Florida's lost. Hope you move back. Question, does eBay manage payments hold funds? Be healthy and safe. Well, thank you. I do miss Florida, the nice weather there, but I'm excited that we're on the road traveling a lot now, or not right now, but in general. Yes, they will be holding payments just like I described before. When you're a new seller, that's something that they're going to be doing. Okay, so Dustin says the money gets deposited into your bank account. So, in order to process orders on time, you need to extend your own credit and pay for your items yourself if you don't want to wait for the final deposit. All right, that makes sense. So, let me break this down. So, right now, the way it works is you get paid on PayPal, it's instantly in your PayPal account. It's just there. You normally what we do is we send it over to our bank account from PayPal, and there's two ways to do it. There's an instant transfer which costs money, but usually what we do is the regular transfer which takes 2 to 3 business days. So it does under the current system take 2 to 3 business days for that money to reach my bank account. And I always want the money in my bank account because PayPal for me is just a place I receive money. I only use that to receive money and obviously make refunds. Any purchases we make for the actual items, we use our credit cards. And the credit cards are linked up with our bank accounts. And so we actually pay the credit cards from our bank accounts. So I do want the money in my bank account. Now under eBay's new system, but theoretically, what you could do is you can use your money in PayPal to actually buy the item because there are some websites that will accept payments from PayPal. There's also PayPal debit cards. I don't know. I've never tried to pay a credit card like a Bank of America or Capital One credit card with a PayPal account. I'm not sure if you can do that. That might be an option as well. Just not the way I prefer to do things. But under the new system, eBay is going to send it to your bank account, which could take 2 to 3 days, right? You don't have instant access to it like you do on PayPal. So that's what Dustin's talking about. That's one of the issues with it. Yeah. Watching on 2X. How are you watching this on 2X if this is live, Robert? Maybe you're from the future. GSP is horrible when it comes to returns, says Dream. I disagree. I think returns are not an issue if you know how to handle them. The best thing to do is to avoid having returns happen by making sure the right items get to the customers. If there is an issue, it's almost always eBay's fault because eBay is the one who forwards the item from Kentucky to the customers overseas. And when that happens, the items can get damaged, and that's eBay's on eBay. So we haven't seen it to be a huge problem because eBay is the one responsible for actually getting it to the customer. And if the customer doesn't like the item, that's on the customer to pay to ship it back. Dropship Jason, back again. Thanks for being here. Tommy D dropping the value bomb, saying exercise equipment is hot. Had over 25 different items listed, all sold out. So way to go, Tommy. Can you say no to managed payments? I think customers will be very confused. Keith wants to know. For now, you can say no. By early 2021, if not even earlier, it's going to be required. So by that point, every other seller is going to be using it. So buyers are going to have to adapt, which is kind of the time that I want to move in because at that point, buyers should know how to use it because everyone is moving over to it, if that makes sense. Yeah, eBay is going to force sellers to use managed payments, but not as of the making of this video. Again, April 1st, 2020. You can still use PayPal. I still advise you use PayPal because it's the most understood by buyers. You can opt in to be an early user, but I wouldn't do it at this point. Wait for them to work out all the kinks. Wait for more buyers to understand how it works and join later in the year, really when they make you do it. Little late to this development. What happened to Adian being integrated? It's still happening, as far as I know. Managed payments, eBay is not like building a payment processor from the ground up. they're using, last I heard, they're using a company called Adian, or however you say it, which is going to be built into eBay, and it's going to look like it's just all eBay. So you wouldn't even know that Adian's working in the background to do it. Are we still going to have PayPal as an option on buying and receiving payments? Um, so from what I've heard is that buyers can still use PayPal to purchase items, but everything is still going to come into your eBay account. If that makes sense. Um, what do you have to do? Nothing for right now. Don't do anything. I wouldn't opt in for it yet. You still got an RV? Yep. We're just parked outside. I'm at a family's house. I've had a lot of orders from a global shipping address for eBay. Does eBay charge you for this? No, they don't. So eBay global shipping program, the way it works is a buyer overseas purchases an item from you. All you have to do is ship it to eBay's facility in Kentucky, and then Kentucky will ship it to the customer overseas. The buyer pays all the extra costs. So let's say it's a $28 item. Let's say it's free shipping and there's no tax on it. The buyer is going to pay $28. You're going to get $28. And on top of that, the buyer is also going to be charged the extra cost of shipping it overseas. So that's the way it works. Do I use a mix of wholesalers and retailers, or solely retailers or wholesalers? Um, Primarily retailers. We've tested wholesaling. We've done a little bit of it, but we prefer drop shipping from retail websites. So that's what we're doing. This will affect people using stealth accounts massively. Yes, it will. So those of you who use stealth accounts, this is going to be something we have to adapt to. It's definitely going to be a lot different. Um, so currently I have obviously my eBay dropshipping course. I also have a course that teaches you how to create and run stealth accounts. Both of those by the end of the year will be updated with new information regarding managed payments. Now, luckily, with stealth accounts, the way that most people teach how to create and run stealth accounts is a little bit sketchy. And I never really felt comfortable with it. So the way I teach it inside my stealth solution account, stealth solution mini course is like the more proper way to do it. And with this proper way, it will still work under the managed payment system with some small adaptations, obviously, because it's a different system. But overall, the premise will work the same. And as far as the eBay Dropshipping Titans course, which is the main course that teaches you how to dropship on eBay, the managed payment isn't going to make a huge difference. Now, obviously, things like getting paid and issuing refunds, all those little things are going to change, but listing items is going to be the same. Product research is going to be the same. Setting up your eBay account will be the same. There'll just be some additional things you have to add in there for the setup process. But overall, largely, it's not going to change the overall kind of way that eBay dropshipping works. Just kind of like these little setup things that need to be changed. Okay. So, has eBay released a video about this managed payment system, or is it just on their newsletters? You can Google it or look up some older videos I've made about it. They have a lot of information on their websites. They've released emails about it. And I'm sure they've talked about it in some videos, but I haven't seen like a more how-to behind the scenes video of what it looks like. Surprisingly, I haven't seen that from eBay. Okay, so Andre says, Andre says, I'm getting a lot of sales from Puerto Rico. I turned them off, but I'm still getting them. I'm not sure what to do. So it sounds like you don't have your shipping policies set up correctly, or your shipping policies aren't applied to your listings correctly. So make sure you have it set up and it's actually connected with all of your listings, because you might have some listings that are under a different shipping policy that does allow Puerto Rico. So that's probably what the issue is. Oh, good point, Dustin. Once you switch to manage payments in any store, you cannot switch back. So they won't let you do that. It's a one-way street. So wait if you don't want to do it right away. Thank you, Dustin. Really appreciate getting these insider views from you during this live stream from someone who's actually done it. Will eBay be requiring tax IDs, including social security numbers, for every account? So they will be requiring, I don't know about tax IDs, but they are requiring an EIN or social security number to set up an eBay account. And that's because when you set up a PayPal account, that or a bank account, like that's the kind of information that they are looking for. They say it's because of anti-money laundering laws. They actually need and require that information from you. Would you consider doing Instagram live videos, says Tony? You know, I have like a on and off relationship with Instagram. Sometimes I'm really good about posting, and other times I just get out of the habit. When I was traveling on the road, I was posting more regularly because I felt like I had fun things to actually post about. But since I've been here in this house for about 2 weeks or more, pretty much just concentrating on working, I haven't really had much things to post on Instagram than I normally do. But maybe I'll start putting up my phone and actually going live both places for you guys. It won't be the same experience, but maybe I'll start doing that. And come on, guys, we have over 100 viewers, so thanks to everyone who's here, but only 21 likes. Yesterday, we got to over 50 likes. Maybe if we get to, I don't know, like 75 likes today, we'll do something cool. I don't know what it is. Yesterday, I did 47 push-ups because we got to 50 likes. I tried to do 50 push-ups, but didn't make it. So maybe if we get to 75 thumbs up, I'll do something. You guys can challenge me to something in the live chat. Good question, Lawrence. I don't know the answer. Can we move money from managed payments into PayPal? I do not know the answer to that. Paul, can I still make money without cash back or tax exemptions? Yes, but it's going to be a little bit difficult because of the tax exemptions that, depending on the state, can cut into your profit a lot. So it's definitely something you want to get on and get tax exempt as quickly as possible. All right. If I have some small success with eBay, about 800 feedback, that's great, Sandy. That's not small success at all. But I plan on taking the eBay course after your stream. Will that course product search help with Amazon too? Um, are you asking if you're drop shipping from Amazon or if you're drop shipping onto Amazon? Um, because the Amazon course is really separate from the eBay course. The product research is very different. So if that's what you're asking, if you're looking to drop ship onto Amazon, then no, that product research in the eBay course is not going to really help for the Amazon course. With eBay, if you're drop shipping from Amazon, yeah, that can help you do that. What about international sellers for the managed payments? I assume it's the same thing. I don't know how the answer though. Okay. When applying for an EIN, do we go as a sole proprietor? If that's what you are, then that's what you should get. If you have an LLC, then do it as an LLC. If you have a corporation, then do it as a corporation. Whatever you have is what you should use. I know I'm at a cross where to invest. So Sandy, one tip is underneath this video in the description, I have a quiz that you can take that kind of determines for you if eBay or Amazon would be a better fit for you. So you can try that out. You had said, where was it? I only did retail arbitrage for Amazon, but I burned out. Want to get things going in both stores. So if you already have experience on Amazon, then you can jump into the Amazon dropshipping course and just go with that one. It sounds like you already have an Amazon store. It seems like you already have experience there. So maybe that's a better bet for you. Just go into the Amazon course and start dropshipping on Amazon. Uh, you can pay for all our eBay. No, no. Well, first of all, we're not at 75 likes yet. We're only at 36. Maybe 75 is too ambitious. Maybe we just got to get to 56 likes. But even then, I don't know if I could pay all your your eBay fees this month. Do you ever miss working as a lawyer or having a corporate job? No, I do not miss it at all. I liked that part of my life. I would not give it up. That those experiences, but no, I don't miss it. I like the freedom. I love working from my laptop. I love being able to travel while I work. I love this community a lot more. Um, I always, every time I think about it, unfortunately, I always think about one of my last days on the job. So I used to work in the courthouse. This really, really irks me. So I used to work in the courthouses, and obviously you're dealing with a lot of other lawyers in the courthouse. And one day, it was like one of my last days there, I was walking through these doors. It was like going down a hallway. At the end of the hallway were these doors. It's like a regular door, not like a big, grand courtroom door. So it's just a door. I opened it. But it was a heavy door. It was made of metal. So I'm opening it. I'm like, okay, get it open. And behind me are coming these two other lawyers. The first one, she was wheeling like this cart. Like a lot of lawyers wheel these carts to have their case files in them. So she was wheeling it. The guy behind him, though, her, had nothing in his hands. And they were talking. So I'm holding the door open for them, right? Because that's like the polite thing to do. So I like walk through and like hold the door behind me for them to grab it and go through. Now the first woman starts to go through and she doesn't grab the door for me. And I'm thinking, okay, her hands are full, sort of, even though she does have a free hand, her hand's full. She goes through. The guy behind her doesn't grab the door. Now he's a big guy. He's obviously really strong. He doesn't even look at me. Neither of them say anything. They just keep talking. And I don't know if it's because I had a bad day in court that day or what, but it just really, really irked me. Like I thought it was so rude. So I said something to them. I said, well, like what am I? Like a doorman? I'm not a doorman here. You guys can like grab the door yourself. And he just lost it. He thought like I was like the rudest person. He got up in my face. Now, I'm not a tall guy. I'm like 5'8", something like that. And this guy had to be over 6 foot. He's big. He's like towering over me. He's like, "We want to say something to my face?" I was like, first of all, we're lawyers in a courthouse. Second of all, there's court officers everywhere. Third, like I'm half your size. What are you gonna do? Punch me and knock me out in front of all these court officers? Like it just annoyed me so much. And it was just like the cherry on top after all the things. I was like, I'm ready to get out of here. Unfortunately, that's what I always remember when I think about my last days on the job, which is that guy and how much, like, that was just like, come on, guys, seriously. I don't know. So just things like that. The fact that I get to choose who I work with, the people that I get to interact with now, that's another thing that I love, love, love about working for myself and having a business like this. So no, I don't miss it. Okay, thanks for clarifying. My pleasure. Um, Can you use a PayPal account for dropshipping onto Amazon? No. If you're tax exempt, doesn't mean you just have to pay it all back later. uh, no. So it's really confusing to start from scratch and kind of explain it, but basically, it's not the way it works. Basically, the way it works is, by the way, guys, we're at 44 likes. I'm only asking for 56. I'm not even going to ask for the full 75. 56, and you guys can challenge me to do something, whatever that is. Okay. Back to the question. Tax exempt. So the way this works is you become tax exempt, which means that you don't have to pay sales tax to Walmart when you purchase the item, but instead you have to charge your customer sales tax, the customers on eBay. So instead of charging them $50 for the item, you get charged, they pay $50 plus a little bit extra for sales tax, and then you collect that sales tax and you send it to the state. So that's the way it works. So you're not really paying anything back. You're not losing money, you're saving money by doing it. Still using TrackerBot? Yes. I have not used their other feature yet, or don't plan to at all, because I really like Spot and Paste, and Spot and Paste works wonderfully for me. Everything has a reason. That's why we are here, Paul. I'm thankful to have you as a teacher. Thank you, Stephen. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I really appreciate it. It's inspiring that you change directions, have not only made yourself successful, I feel like you really care about your students succeeding. So thank you, Sandy. I really appreciate you saying that, because I really do care. I have 13 toilet papers listings on eBay go out of stock, drop ship from Amazon. I had to cancel. Do you think my account will get suspended because of this? I doubt it. I doubt it. So right now, eBay has provided a lot of protections for us sellers. As long as you cancel it correctly, you should be fine. Also, contact the buyers and just let them know. I'm sure these buyers have ordered toilet paper multiple times on different platforms and had their orders cancel. It's just a reality right now. It's kind of unavoidable. So they should understand under the circumstances. But I would reach out to them and let them know. Like the video, guys, says Steven. I would have lost it too. That guy was a jerk. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. I tried to tell it as unbiased as possible, but really how it happened. He was kind of a big jerk. What's up, Bobby? You made it just in the last few minutes. How long did it take you to transition from a corporate job to working for yourself? Jeffrey, it took me a while because of a few reasons. So my first year selling on eBay, we did pretty much in the first year like $750,000 in sales. So obviously right away I knew that I was on something. That's while I was working as an attorney. My second year, so I was doing that. Had started selling on Amazon, started doing really well there as well, and I really wanted to make sure I had both or multiple streams of income before I quit, so that there was more predictability in the business. There was more, or rather, less risk in it. I tend to be more risk adverse when it comes to things like that. For me, I'm not the type of person who, like, as soon as they see success with something, I would like quit my job. Obviously, it's not what I did. I really wanted both those streams of income first. So all in all, between the time that I started dropshipping until the day I quit my job, it was a year and 10 months that I did that. Now, keep in mind, another reason I did that was because I had spent 6 years, more than that, 8 or 9 years getting the job that I had. 4 years undergraduate, even though that had nothing to do with being a lawyer. I went to music school, so but I got my bachelor's degree, 4 years to do that, 3 years going to law school, and then 2 years practicing law before I actually got the job that I had in New York City, which was the job I wanted. So all that time period to get to that point, I didn't feel ready, or I didn't feel like it was a good idea to give all that up so quickly, even though I was seeing success with drop shipping. So it was really a big decision for me. It wasn't like an easy thing saying like, I hate my job. Like, I didn't hate my job. I really liked my job. I hated aspects of it. I don't think I could ever go back to like a regular job like that now. But at the time, I couldn't say that I hated it. So that's why took longer for me to quit. That's why it was more challenging for me to quit, or a bigger decision for me to quit. 1 year and 10 months though. I've sold a Walmart item multiple times. Walmart ships and delivers, but never posts a tracking number. Ever had this happen? How to handle tracking? This is something that Walmart does when they're overwhelmed. I don't know why. I would imagine that the system's automated, but evidently there's a problem in there. So it's happened during Christmas. It's happening now as well. We do have luck reaching out to customer support. And we also message buyers on eBay and ask for their feedback. As soon as they leave positive feedback, then the item is considered delivered. So then we're kind of set there. So those are the things we're trying to do to kind of offset that when it does happen. Yes, I do. Do you think your law experience and education has helped you as a dropshipper with your business now? Absolutely, yeah. So as a dropshipper, and not too much, but when we were having all these new things come out about sales tax, that's when it really came in handy. Having to apply to different states, like when I had to, obviously, when I registered my LLC, I did that myself. I was able to do that pretty easily, and read all the laws for my state about setting up an LLC, becoming sales tax exempt in multiple states. I was able to do that. And as a lot's changed with sales tax, I've been able to keep up with it pretty well because of my law background. Just general business things like that. My law degree has come in handy. And any I haven't really signed any contracts though. But yeah, that'd be the biggest thing. Different like laws that come out that might impact us. Like I've been reading a lot lately about the stimulus bills, and trying to make sense of them. And I think my background has helped with that as well. I second Sandy's comment, so thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. If I miss your question, just ask it again. I try to like scroll through the comments, and I miss comments sometimes. Do you work with a tax planner to offset expenses versus perceived income because sales doesn't equal profit? So this is just part of bookkeeping. So I'm going to have someone on my channel to talk about bookkeeping soon. So if you guys don't want to miss that, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that subscribe button down below. But yeah, if you do $1 million in sales this year on eBay, that's not all profit. We have to account for eBay fees, PayPal fees for now. We have to account for cost of goods sold and other expenses as well. So that's why good bookkeeping is essential for every business, especially an e-commerce business where we are moving a lot of product. Very, very important that you do it right. So money in minus money out equals profit. That's the way it works. 3 more likes. I'm a little bit behind. Thumbs up, folks. Woo, 56 likes. All right. Thumbs up to challenge Paul. Okay, I got 56 likes. Now you guys have to challenge me to something. Otherwise, if you guys can't think of anything, I'll do my 50 push-up challenge again. Come on now. 105 watching. Surely we can get a few more thumbs up. Okay. So Sandy says, speaking of LLC, it's so expensive in California to set one up. Yeah, it is. I don't know why for California it's so expensive when other states it's much cheaper, but that's the way it is. Do you opt to establish an LLC outside of your state? That's something you really got to speak to a lawyer about for your particular circumstances. I know that's kind of a cop out answer, but that's the truth. There are people always say like, oh, form your LLC in Delaware and not your home state, but there are problems with that. So I was not a business lawyer. I'm not a business lawyer at this time, but there's actually a lot of information on YouTube about this as well from people who are actually business lawyers. So do a little research, like Google, or search on YouTube or Google, should I set up my LLC in Delaware? And you'll see both sides of the story, why you should and why you shouldn't. You can kind of make your own decision there. Oh, awesome. So, Deborah, I really appreciate your comment. I personally like that you are risk adverse and ethical. Also, I really like your step by step approach, even sharing what didn't work. I learn vicariously and have great need for details. Deborah, thank you so much. I really appreciate your comment. If one has N95 masks and just wants to sell them at their regular price, what platform should be used? Well, you can't use eBay. They won't let you sell the masks at all, but you can sell them on Amazon. You can still get in trouble on Amazon if they think that you're price gouging, even if they're not that high. Just some people are getting in trouble for listings that aren't doing that. So you just be careful. I appreciate your pin chant. I'm not sure what you mean by that. And your clarity of curriculum. California is expensive in everything, lol. That's why I moved to Arizona. Oh man, Steven. We were in Arizona for like just a minute and we miss it. Like it was a great state. We're very eager to get back there. Can't afford air in California. All right, so we're running up on the hour here. Deborah says, Paul, especially I'm happy that you keep updating, carrying your students. By the way, why do you go to do so much trouble with the teaching of your students? Uh, Deborah, thank you. I really appreciate you saying all this. 60 likes, says Bobby. More thumbs up. Bobby, I love you, man. Let's see. Do I spend any money on ads for my eBay store? Besides promoted listings, I've never spent money on ads. All right, guys. So we're closing up on the hour here. So if you guys have a challenge for me, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just do the 50 push-up challenge again. I don't know if I have it in me today. I'll do my best, though. Otherwise, let me know something else you want me to do. I'm happy to do that. For those of you who didn't get to join us live, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification so you get alerted as soon as I go live so you can join in on the fun and leave me some comments in the live chat that I'll put up on the screen and answer for you. I'm trying to go live pretty much every work day while we're all stuck at home because I know these are strange, unusual times. Most of us are used to socializing with people at work. I know that was really hard for me when I stopped working. Was one day I realized, oh my gosh, I haven't really socialized with anyone in a few weeks here. So I'm actually going to be making a video all about working from home soon. But that's why I realize that it can be hard. So I'm trying to put some regularity back into all of our lives so we can all hang out together, pretty much the same time each and every single day. So if you guys don't want to miss that, subscribe to the channel, come back tomorrow. I should be here again. And I would love to see all of you then. Thanks to everyone who gave the video a thumbs up. And now we'll get into the challenge. So let's see what you guys have to say. When is your next live stream? So every Tuesday night, I do a live Q&A. So that's when I answer like all questions that you guys ask me for the week. But again, I'm trying to do these every single day. So it should be tomorrow, which is Thursday, around 1 or 2 p.m. Mountain Time, which is like 4 or 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern time. Challenge Paul to tell us his eBay store name. My first live concert ever, like 10 burpee challenge. Belch the ABCs. Ugh. I don't know if I haven't done that since I was a kid. All right, so I'm hearing 10 burpees. Is that what I should do? Oh man, I'm gonna be sweating. So burpees, that's when you push up and then a jump, right? I don't think I could do that in here because I'm inside right now. I'm just gonna do the 50 push-up challenge. But guys, think of something good for me to do tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing the 50 push-ups. But for anyone who's just looking for dropshipping content, now's the time to leave the video. And I'm gonna fumble around with the camera a little bit, turn it around, and then we'll do the challenge. Okay, let's do it. All right, so that's the floor. All right, 50. Let's do it. Ugh. All right, guys, that was 48. That's my best ever. So, one more than yesterday. Personal record 48. I really thought I had it at the end there. I was so close. My hands were sweating. I was slipping on the floor. I pushed, but I couldn't get through. 2 away. So I'm really close. I think if you guys give me like 70 likes tomorrow, I might be able to do it. 70 likes might get me to 49. 75 likes, I think, will get me to the full 50. But we'll see tomorrow. All right, guys. Bobby counted 49. Maybe I'll have to recount. I counted 48. Almost Paul, yeah. Ooh, but too much like a punishment, Deborah says. You guys counted 49. I might have been one off. Whew. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Gotta get some water. Thanks so much again. And I will see you guys, a lot of you tomorrow. A lot of you guys in another video. Take care. Be safe. Stay well.